Well, hey there, everybody. How y'all doing? Hope everybody's having a wonderful day or night, and welcome back to my channel. As always, I'm Deluxe. All right, let's do another freaking Transformer review because I love some freaking Transformers. Finally got this guy in. I'm excited. Been waiting for this guy. So this is Iron Factory IF EX-71 Fang of Botis. Death Cobra. He's an extra piece for Lyle Kaiser, which he's already a great combiner. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to review this guy separately. And I'm going to do another review for them combining everything. We'll do that. But here's the box. Looks pretty good. I like the way it displays as always. Iron Factory 2025, all that stuff, good stuff and everything. There you're back. There you go. Taking in one of the arms. That's pretty cool. You got some nice product shots and everything. And you have options of arming him up and everything. That's pretty cool. But yeah, really excited for this. But we'll be excited after the review. We will see more likely because, like I said, it's a great combiner, and I've been waiting for this guy for a while. So yeah, awesome sauce. Let's get right to it. Oh, before we do that, hit me up on likes, shares, prayers, and Care Bears. Hit that sub button for me if you haven't already. It all helps out the channel. Use Deluxe32 as a code up on Show Z. That's where I got this guy. Definitely go buy you some new Transformers and use Deluxe32 up there at the top. It really helps out the channel. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. Everything is in the description. So once again, let's just get right to it, and we'll talk about Death Cobra. Man, all right. Man, I'm excited. Let's go.
All right. So first we're going to take a look at everything he comes with. They come with a lot of stuff usually. Instructions, pretty good. You do get a couple sets of hands, a relaxed hand, closed or open fist right there, and a kind of a saluting hand. And they're just gray plastic. This piece right here is going to be cover the elbow in combine mode. Everything. You get one of the blades, black plastic, very nice, little sculpt work and everything. You get a couple options of chest and weapons. Here's his chest he comes with, nice orange paint, some little sculpt work right there. You get the little snake, because he has Death Cobra. It looks like a cobra, and you can use it as a gun and also as a chest piece too as well. You got some nice little pink for the eyes, a little or purplish pink, and you got the orange sherbet right there. And then you also got his gun. You got the orange sherbet right there, nice little sculpt work right there. He is heavy parts forming if you don't know by now. So he is part of one of the arms, so you get the fist and kind of forearm. Got a little orange sherbet paint right there. Once again, here's a piece for the Lyle Kaiser weapon right there. Every one of them got a spear. He gets one too as well. Nice silver paint right there. That's good. Now these two right here are going to be can go on the back of Lyle Kaiser, and you can either display as a Hellbat, the blue one, or you can display him on his back. And I'll show you how to use that. You just tab it in, and you can do that. And then you get two sets of these blades, which will go on the back of Lyle Kaiser as well. Nicely done. Got silver paint. You got a little pink right here, a little pinkish purple throughout right there. Some accent pieces or accent paint and everything. So you get two of those as well. Awesome. So there you go. That is everything that he comes with. My goodness. Whee! All right. And here is Death Cobra in his helicopter mode. It looks okay. There's some, you can see right through back here and then right there. So that's not the prettiest. But it does look pretty decent. I do like it. Got the nice orange cockpit right there. Looks good. Green paint right there. Got the nice gun right there on the front. It will move side to side and everything. So that's pretty good. You do got the landing gear. You can retract those if you want to. You got the ones back here. This don't really tab in that well for me. They're supposed to just kind of, I guess, sit right there. But they will come untagged quite a bit. So just be wary of that. These little landing gears do move too as well. So you can kind of get them out of the way if you want to, if you're flying. That's very nice. Now these little wings right here, they move up and down on hinge right there at the base, and there's a hinge right there, so you can kind of however set to them like that, or if you just want to extend them like that, however you want to. Like I said, doesn't really tab in. I thought it would tab in right here on the side. the best, but it's not the best or anything. But this will spin pretty good right here, but this one does not spin. It's really tight. It won't, you know, spin like this. So I kind of wish it would spin a little better. But there you go. So, yeah. All right. And underneath, if you like to say that kind of thing. So, yeah, overall, not bad. You know, not bad at all, but it's pretty cool. You got some orange paint right here, some orange sherbet paint right there. Not a whole lot of paint, a lot of green plastic and black plastic to go with that and everything. So, yeah. All right. There you go. There is Death Cobra in his alt mode. A little helicopter mode. Looks pretty cool. All right, and there's the money shot, all of them together in their alt modes. Like I said, Death Cobra does replace Hellbat. I think they kill him off, but I think they look great together. You got 3 land vehicles. The rest of them are air vehicles, and I think it looks pretty cool. So there you go. There they are, all together in their alt modes. Looks freaking awesome. Let's go. All right, as always, there is Wheelie. We got Magic Square Prowl. There's New Age Toxitron. There's Red Alert from Siege. And last but not least, we've got Dustbuster Jazz. And there's some scale for you. Alrighty, back for transformation. Here is Death Cobra in his bot mode. I think it looks pretty good. Love the head sculpt. So I didn't transform it all the way. The back right here, this little tail thing, you can have it any way you want to. There's a couple ways you can do it. You can leave it out like that. You can like collapse it right there, then move this in right here because it's on a little hinge right there. You can kind of, move everything and try to collapse it like this. So there's a couple ways. I'm just going to leave it like this and like that. So it kind of gets in the way, just like most Iron Factory stuff, especially the Samurai series. But you can do that right there. And with the, like I said, you do have some parts forming. You had to take off one of the propellers. And so you can tab this in right here. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, nice head sculpt. Looks really good. I love the Cobra thing. Looks nice. Got some pinkish purple eyes up here, up there, silver face. You got the orange right here. Little gunmetal right there, and orange right there. Then the rest is just plastic. Green and white and black plastic. So not a whole lot of paint as normal. You can look down as far as articulation. You can look up quite a bit. It's on a ball peg all the way around and give you a little attitude as well. So that's pretty good. All right, so you got these little shoulder things right here. So you can lift those up and get you the 90 degrees like that. You can go all the way around. It's on a ball peg. And then you also have a butterfly. So you got back and forward a little bit. So that's very nice because of transformation. You do have more than 90 degrees for the elbow bend. So that's very nice. You do have a bicep swivel. It's really tight. Be careful. I wish these tabbed in because they're just a little loosey-goosey. So if you move or manipulate anything on the forearm or the arm, they are going to come down. So I wish they tabbed in. And I wish this would lock into place better too as well because you will go in and out. But the swivel right there, you just pop it off on a ball peg if you want to do that. All right, and you do have movements with this, so you can go in and out or up and down just because of this hinge right here. And then you can move those two as well and kind of flare them out if you want to, and then you can move those up right here, and you can flare them out. So have them however you want to. Have fun with it. Waist swivel, kind of get this out of the way, and you get the full waist rotation. So that's very nice. You do have an ab crunch as well because he is the arm. And you can look up a little bit, so kind of doesn't defeat the purpose of having an ab crunch, but you do have the ab crunch. That's pretty good. All right, move these out of the way. Move this out of the way. You can Van Dam all day, every day, which is good. You can kick up to about right there, not the full 90. Kind of gets caught up right there. And you can kick back. You got to manipulate around just like most of the time. You do have a wiggle waggle at the top. You do have a thigh swivel. You do have a nice knee bend. Like I said, stuff is going to get in the way. But you do have more than 90 degrees for the knee bend, which is very nice. All right, with the feet down here, so you got a toe tilt down, toe tilt up, and you do have a nice little rocker, and you have a swivel. You get a lot of movement, and you got this movement too as well, just because of transformation. So you can get some dynamic poses with the ankles, which is nice. And like I said, you do have some stuff on the back. You got a lot of stuff going on back there. So, but you can spread these out a little bit, so it looks pretty good. All right, there you go. There's Death Cobra. Awesome. All right, so we're going to go over real quickly the options he had for his accessories. So he does have the Cobra, which you can use as Cobra. He's got a little hinge right there, a hinge up on the top, and you have a hinge on the head, and you have a little hinge right here for his tail and everything. So very nice. Got the orange paint, once again, the pink like that. Now you can also use them as a gun, and what you're going to do is you're going to fold it down like that. And there you go. There's a gun. And you can put it in his hand, and he'll hold it just fine. And you have his other gun, which I really like. Very nice. A little longer gun. But you can put that in there and have that. That's pretty cool. I did switch out the hand already. It's a pain to tank because, like I said, I wish it locked in a little better. But if you just push it in, and you can put the extra hand in there like that. And I wish this would tab in better too as well. And now you have options with this chest piece right here, which it comes with like that. Very nice. And you have an option of using this as your breast force. You just flip this around like that, flip this down, and then use that as a chest piece. So we've got a couple options right there. And with the spear, like always, you can take it, flip it or slip it through the hole, giggity. And you can put the spear on right here. Or you can also use the propeller you had, the extra one, and you can do that too if you want to. So you have a couple options, and options are always great for Transformers. And there you go. There is Death Cobra. All right, man, there they are. Another money shot. There is the Breast Force team, all 7 of them, and they look freaking awesome. Got their little buddies next to them, in front of them, so that's awesome. Man, great set. Once again, Iron Factory did a great job. So there you go. There is the Breast Force team, looking all spiffy. Let's go. And there he's next to Magic Square, Ultra Magnus, Optimus Prime, and Mirage. There's New Age Megatron, Optimus Prime, Mirage, and Bumblebee. And Dr. Woo Woo Woo, Ultra Magnus, Cosmos, Ramjet. You got one of the Seekers from Iron Factory. You got Core Class Wheelie, Lucky Cat Bumblebee, and then Tismaki Retgar. And there's some scale for you. And Crapagonus, Crappy Tool Paper, AAA Battery, Car Mix, K-Bears, Kicker, and Squeaks. More scale. Well, hey there, everybody. If you made this far, as always, I freaking appreciate that. All right, final thoughts on Iron Factory Legend Scale. This is Death Cobra. Finally finish off the Breast Force team. Lyle Kaiser. Like I said, I'm going to do a separate review with that to show all the fun options you have with Lyle Kaiser, with him and everything, replacing Hellbat and everything. So I'll do that hopefully this weekend or something maybe. But yeah, overall, I really like this. I just want to say one thing. They all look freaking great together. Iron Factory does a great job with their combiners. I wish they would, I know they're going to do the Minosaur, the Samurai Series Minosaur. I wish we get some more updates with that because I'm really looking forward to that. But the combiners they put out, really freaking awesome, solid, really good. So I like the alt mode is okay. The helicopter does got some gaps and everything. And I wish kind of the feet would tab in better and on the side of like I showed you. So there are some issues with that, but it looks pretty good. And transformation is real easy, just like most Iron Factory stuff is. Stuff gets in the way just like normal in bot mode. But I do like the bot mode. I love the head sculpt, looks good. I love that you can do these, spread these out, flare them out or something like that. That's pretty cool. You do have a lot of, parts forming, especially with this. You got to take this off, but you can use it as a weapon, and parts forming for combining, as everybody knows. If you haven't watched my Lyle Kaiser review, months ago, definitely go check that out. I may pin it up there if you want to go check it out. But yeah, articulation is pretty good. Overall, paint, not a whole lot of paint. Got some orange here and there, a little white. A lot of paint on the face, which looks really good. So like materials feel good as always, like that. Except for I had issues. I don't like that these little fins don't tab right here, and I wish the hands would tab in a little better. Because when you try to switch out the hands, they go in and out and everything, so that kind of gets pain in the taint. But love the accessories, love the options you have with the chest. With either the chest right there, you can use the little Breast Force, the little Cobra, use that as a gun or as a chest piece, or you can use it standalone. So you have several options. You got the spear. You can use this as well. That's pretty cool. You got hand options. That's very nice. So yeah, great on the with the accessories as always. You have a lot of options, and options are great for Transformers. So overall, I really like him. You don't have to have him to, have the complete Lyle Kaiser, but, I think it's a nice little add-on, and I think he really complements Lyle Kaiser. So, yeah, I definitely recommend this. Go to Show Z if you want to get this. That's where I got mine. Up at the top, hit Deluxe 32. Really helps out the channel. I really appreciate that. So hit me up some likes, shares, prayers, and Care Bears. Hit that sub button for me if you don't mind. Hit me up some comments. Tell me how the review. Are you getting this guy? Or you already finished with all the other 6? And you're not going to get this guy. And I guess I'll see you in the next Transformer review. And as always, be good to yourself, man. Help freaking Transformers and help freaking Iron Factory. Man, what a great combiner set. Really nicely done. Man, I can't wait for the rest of their stuff. Man, it looks good. All right, good night, folks.